So, what's up, everyone? Pain Freak, the Freak Chef, your kinky culinary pain toy, whatever you want. Play with me, not food, but whatever it is. I got a cool recipe I'm sharing with you tonight. It's a crowd pleaser, nice little starter. Pass it around the party room before everybody sits down to eat. Nice little hors d'oeuvre type thing. Lime, some beef, some provolone cheese, rosemary, nice simple, salt, pepper, and it is so freaking easy to make. So this is actually a big pleaser, especially in the warmer months. But even around the holidays, just kind of with the citrusy thing, it just kind of works. I don't know. One of my signature little munchy hors d'oeuvre things, and we're gonna get started right now. So my recipe sometimes calls for round steak, cut in cubes, like little tiny, like kind of like little tiny bite-sized pieces. I'm playing around with prime rib today. It was on sale at the market, and I wanted something a little more tender. And it's so simple, and I figured why not prime rib, ribeye. Well, kind of the same thing. But anyway, so I rinsed our fresh rosemary, and we got our lime, a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper. That's really it to start. So I already have the beef cubed. I cut it down already, and the first thing we're going to do is, actually, you know what? Let me put the oil on. Nah, let me just cut this up, because this way I can just put a glove on, and we'll be done with it. So for garnish, we're going to use whole rosemary leaves. But for the initial cook, we're going to use some chopped rosemary. And just the leaves, not the stem. So as you're cutting through it, just keep that in mind. Try to avoid the stem. I'm going to go ahead and put this in with the meat. Normally I like to coat it with the oil first, but we're just giving it a good toss because it's got to sit for 15 minutes anyway. Next, the zest of a lime. So I'm just going to take the thing. I can't find my little zester. I know it's around here somewhere, but I have the little zesting side of the grater. I know it's a pain in the ass to clean, but you know what? Whatever. So, of course, wash the lime first, and then I'm just going to hold it over the bowl. And just rotating the lime around. You just want the zest from it to get in there with, oh my god, it smells so fucking amazing. Alright, and then our olive oil. We'll give that a drizzle. I'll move this out of the way so you guys can see it from that side. There we go. Just a little bit. That's it. And then I use kosher salt for this. So give it some salt and pepper. I use fresh cracked pepper for this. There we go. When I'm doing this in big batches, I'll typically use like a big container. I'll just give it a nice toss and everything gets pretty much in there. Because I'm doing this at a small scale, just for me, myself, tonight when I'm eating, this is going to be my little dinner. But it's also going to be a picture in the upcoming cookbook, which I'm very excited about. So make sure you go to my website, painfreakofficial.com, and follow the updates for that, as well as all my socials. So we just take this, rub all that seasoning into it, and we're just going to set it aside for 15 minutes now. And we will come back because once that's ready, while that's cooking, we're going to drop it in the pan. And we're going to get some of the other ingredients ready that we're going to use for the next step. So 15 minutes right there. Let it get happy, let it chill, and let it fuck it shit if it wants to. Whatever. Be right back. Alright, so our meat is almost done marinating in the rosemary, lime zest, oil, salt, pepper. And what I'm doing is I've already taken the liberty of pulling some of the fresh rosemary leaves off. So I have those set aside. Our lime's ready to slice. But I want to show you something that I do with the cheese. Each one of these little skewers is going to be topped with some provolone cheese. You can use Asiago. You can use a number of different cheeses. I like provolone. It's mild. It balances nice with the lemon. So I got some nice, beautiful, fresh provolone cheese. And a lot of times people like to just cut it, which I don't mind doing, but I figured the lime is round and the meat's like kind of square, and I want like little rounds of cheese to go on the top. So sometimes I think I'm gonna have to work with like metal measuring spoons. You can just kind of bend one kind of slightly and press it into the cheese to cut like nice little things, teaspoon size. But lately when I've been doing it, I've been using the top of my salt shaker. It's getting close to refill day anyway, and they're ready to be cleaned. So just get all that extra salt out. And then what I do is I just take a piece of the provolone cheese, come somewhere around the edge. I just press it in, and it pulls the piece of cheese right out. I have nice little rounds to put on the on each one of the skewers. Just take it, give it a nice little push, tap it out, and we have 9 skewers, 9 little cubes in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good. Of course, we're done with this, and you eat it. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna start getting a plate, because then I can just stack some of these up, ready to assemble, because I'm going to serve them on this anyway. So we're just going to put our little cheese rounds in there. And if it starts to get a little soft, just put them in the fridge. That's all. So, alright, next up, our lime. So this is all ready. Let me come back to our plate here. And we're just going to start laying those out, because each one of our skewers is going to have some lime under it. Just like that. And we will shuffle them around. Okay, but for now, that's a start. Alright, so our meat is all marinated. Nice little ribeye, all cubed up, ready to go. And oh my god, it looks amazing. It smells awesome as fuck. And we got our pan on the stove, medium-high heat, just to get the temperature up there. And we're going to keep an eye on it. Like I said, you can do this with round steak, which is what the original recipe is, because it's a nice cheap cut. I like to elevate it a little bit, so we're using the ribeye. And once our pan's good and hot, we're going to drop this in there. And we have our other stuff all ready to go. So once we get the raw meat out of this area, I'll bring this over once I clean the surface. And within about, I'm going to say with prime rib, maybe about 5 minutes, stirring around a little bit with tongs, this thing will be good to go and ready to assemble. It is so easy, so quick. 15 minutes is as long as it takes to do anything, and that's just the meat sitting there. And you can do that ahead of time. You can do this overnight. It just gets better and better and better, especially if you're using the round steak. It just softens up even more. So, looks like our pan may be pretty hot. Let's see if we get some sizzles to dance around. Oh yeah. That beating of the water when it hits the pan is exactly what we're looking for. That means that it's hot and ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and drop that in there. Oh my god, that's so amazing. It smells amazing. The lime, just that rosemary and stuff. It's banging like a freaking biscuit, everybody. Eat my fuck. So, I'm actually thinking about maybe changing the recipe in the cookbook from round steak into the ribeye steak, because I think it's going to be much better. Oh, hey, it's for Chef Test Kitchen, so you never know. But now we're just going all out. Give it a good turn. There we go. Uh-oh. Looks like we got an extra. That's okay. Our cheese. Each one's going to get a piece of the provolone. Oh, fuck. Damn it. That's okay. Those two will be mine.
Then again, I wash my hands like 1,000 times while cooking. And you see how, like, the cool part is cutting the cheese in little rounds like this, it complements the line. Oh, they have extra pieces. Nice. Okay. I mean, it's not a whole hell of a lot, because I wasn't planning on everybody eating my fucking dinner. But I used to have some of those little paper umbrella toothpicks that they put in drinks. Those were pretty cool. I did that with this once, and it was pretty awesome. Okay, now we're going to get our rosemary. If you want a quick little garnish of some of that. There we go. First part's for the cookbook. And there we have it. I'll put another there. And there we go.
Zesty beef skewers, lime, some ribeye steak. You can do it with round, you can do it with a number of different things. Just watch your temperatures and how you cook it based on the cut of meat you get. 15-minute marinade. I mean, literally this thing was done within about 20 minutes. And these are such a crowd pleaser when it comes to a nice little pass around platter or even just on a buffet at your party. So, I'm Pain Freak, the Freak Chef. Please check out my website, painfreakofficial.com. And if you want your own private culinary pain toy to come cook for you, your special event, your king party, or whatever it is you got going on, your little erotic, whatever it is, I'll cook for you. Play with me, not your food. Love you guys.